Edwards has a legitimate gripe with Moose. Remember when Moose made his debut in Impact Wrestling? It cost Eddie Edwards the World Championship. Moose has either inadvertently or on purpose affected the career of Eddie Edwards. An opportunity here for the former five-time World Tag Team Champion to get a measure of retribution against Moose.
To say inadvertently, I'm not too sure about that, Josh. I'm going to say it was direct, it was intentional, and Eddie Edwards, like you said, he has not only a gripe, but Eddie's seeking a little revenge as well against Moose.
Will not be an easy out for Eddie Edwards against the powerful Moose.
And now, introducing his opponent, accompanied to the ring by the Miracle Mike Bennett, Moose.
The former Atlanta Falcon, former offensive lineman, 6'6", 299 pounds. Moose.
Moose may be a former NFLer, former Falcon, former lineman. One thing that he has always been, that is a powerhouse. No former in that equation, Daddy.
And I have to ask the question about Moose coming out here. His entrance is the music of the Miracle Mike Bennett.
Yeah,
Bennett has been talking about Moose doing his bidding, and
and you know what? On the way down, you can kind of see that Moose was a little, confused about that as well.
And now here we go, Moose and Eddie Edwards one-on-one. Eddie's got to keep his head on a swivel with the Miracle lurking ringside.
Well, the Miracle don't have any managerial license, so I have no idea why the referees even allow him to stay out here. That's just supposed to be.
And Moose, strong arms Eddie Edwards back into the buckle, who misses, and now Eddie firing away with those big chops. Eddie Edwards, so talented, former X Division champion, five-time World Tag Team Champion, teamed with EC3 last week. And it was the Miracle who came in and secured the victory for his team with Moose, and now Moose.
There you go, Moose might want to stick with what works for him. Eddie Edwards was lighting him up with a chop, and man, when you're getting chopped like Eddie Edwards chops you kind of want to get a little revenge. You want to chop back, but if it's not your thing, don't go to it.
Eddie will try to rely on his speed and quickness and agility. He has that advantage against Moose. We know that Moose is an athletic freak. He delivers a drop kick to guys when they're sitting on the top rope.
Look at Eddie, look at Eddie.
And Eddie Edwards.
Smart by Moose.
Smart by Eddie Edwards, too.
Yeah.
Oh, and Eddie!
Flying knees off the apron of Moose, and now he's just lighting him up. That boy Eddie, stay on top of him. You don't want to let a big guy like Moose
whoa, and you don't want to let this happen either.
Yeah, like you said, quick swivel on his head.
Oh, and what a kick there by Moose.
Oh, boy, we've seen this.
No. Oh! A power bomb on the apron from Moose.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't know, Moose just powerbombed Eddie Edwards on the hardest part of the ring, those corners of the apron. Oh, man.
Will Hebner trying to do the best he can to keep the Miracle at bay. Moose may have done enough to defeat Eddie Edwards, who gets the inside shoulder up at 2.
Yeah, Eddie's darn near limp. Jeez.
Eddie Edwards may be out on his feet here after that devastating powerbomb, jarring the ring. And now Moose can pretty much do whatever he wants. Like a lawn dart. Sends Eddie Edwards into the top turnbuckle. Moose, nonchalant cover, and Eddie Edwards kicks out.
Yeah, just disrespectful as well to cover your opponent like that. I've never seen too many people get a 3 count. I don't think Moose was expecting one either.
And the Miracle barking instructions to Moose. Moose has all of his weight here on the back of the neck of Eddie Edwards.
And not just, he's leaning in on it. That makes it hard for him to even try to, not to mention that the big arms of Moose is around the man's neck. That man been Eddie Edwards, but he was leaning on him to make it hard for him to try to get that air.
Eddie trying to create some separation here, get some space to be able to fly around in this matchup. Eddie off the ropes and a big drop kick there by Moose.
How impressive was that by Moose?
Cover may have done enough, and Eddie Edwards again stays alive.
We've seen Moose do some incredible things. He's very athletic for a big man. We've seen him drop kick opponents off top of the turnbuckle. What can't he do?
Moose from Atlanta, Georgia. Eddie Edwards from Boston, Mass.
That's a natural rivalry.
I'd say so. This rivalry intensified by the fact that Moose has cost Eddie Edwards victories and titles and paychecks. Look at that! Are you kidding me? And Eddie Edwards counters. Eddie caught Moose right in the midsection.
Whatever Moose was going for, that could have been the end-all, be-all to this matchup, but Eddie Edwards quit thinking on his feet, was able to counter it with a drop kick to the midsection.
Who will get to their feet first? Will it be Eddie Edwards or will it be Moose? Both men simultaneously up. Here comes Eddie Edwards. Oh, big running forearm.
Eddie's beginning to pick up the pace a little bit.
Eddie slides through. Moose trying to rely on his power. Eddie Edwards counters. And Eddie, oh, big shots and a big kick there.
A slap followed by the insecurity.
And Eddie to his feet. Again, more space and more separation.
Uh-oh, he may be going for it.
Eddie Edwards catches Moose right in the chest. Cover. Miracle pops up, distracting the official. Eddie Edwards had this match won. The match should be over. Miracle knew it. And Eddie, how do you rebound from this if you're Eddie Edwards?
Well, you set your man in position to hopefully catch him.
Runs through Eddie Edwards with a powerful clothesline and another near fall.
Oh, that was it. It takes 3 seconds with a big move like that, the way Moose delivered that clothesline, one would think it would be over, but this is Eddie Edwards we're talking about.
We've never seen Moose tested quite like this inside our 6-sided ring.
Good point.
And oh, goes shoulder first with the turnbuckle. Eddie Edwards catches Moose right under the chin there. This has been a tremendous matchup.
Another kick.
Eddie, perhaps looking for a top rope Hurricane Rana. He looked down at the Miracle Mike Bennett, trying to keep him at bay. Letting the Miracle know that Eddie knows he's out there, and there it is!
Eddie connects with it. He's not done yet.
And Eddie Edwards takes out the Miracle, preemptive strike.
What a move, shot of caffeine by Eddie Edwards. Now focus on Moose, you taking care of Miracle. Get in the ring and put Moose away, Daddy.
Eddie Edwards up to the top rope here, and Moose.
Oh no.
Moose has Eddie Edwards. Oh! Eddie Edwards planted, and Moose victorious.
The winner of the match, Moose.
Eddie Edwards.
BCW has such a rich hardcore history with legends like Mick Foley, Sabu, and Raven. And my guest tonight has the opportunity to join that group as he heads into a street fight against his former best friend, Eddie Edwards. My guest at this time, Moose.
You know what? I didn't get the memo that my girlfriend, Mackenzie, wouldn't be here tonight. But you're just as adorable, sweetheart. So you'll be just okay. So, Eddie, we get to do this one more time. But we change the scenery up just a little bit. We get to do this in a street fight here in dirty old Windsor, Ontario. And you know what, Eddie, I've said this before in the past, and I'll say it again. Just hopefully it goes through that thick, insane skull of yours. You get to find out firsthand why I'm a 5-star athlete, why I'm the ladies' man. Ask her, she knows. Why I'm a walking legend. And most importantly, why I am Mr. Impact Wrestling, Moose.
Moose very confident in his abilities. Moose very confident that he could defeat Eddie Edwards here at BCW.
The following is a street fight scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing 214 pounds, Eddie Edwards!
Eddie Edwards has undergone a bit of a tonight with Kenny the Kendo Stick. It has become the best and perhaps only friend of Eddie Edwards. It all started months ago when Sandy Callahan took a baseball bat and drove it through the eye of Eddie Edwards, nearly ending his career. Luckily for Eddie, he would return shortly thereafter, but he's never been the same since. Many people believe that Eddie, in the most basic terms, has lost his mind. Eddie said he's never been more in his right mind, and his relationship with Moose has suffered. Their friendship is over. We'll talk all about that in just a second. And there are the signature Snow Angels from Eddie onto the ring. If that's being in your right mind, I have no idea what being in your wrong mind is.
Introducing his opponent, weighing 299 pounds, from Moose Nation.
I don't know if there's ever been anyone in wrestling that's liked themselves more than Moose likes Moose. Outlandish outfits. Here you see him tonight in a romper and a backwards bedazzled headband, bill that makes it a visor. And he looks ready to go here against his one-time best friend, now arch rival, Eddie Edwards. These two so close, they vacationed together. Moose was going to be in the vowel renewal ceremony between Eddie and his wife Alicia. And Moose returned to Impact Wrestling after Slammiversary, after coming up just a little bit short in his quest to become world champion. Suffered a concussion on that night. Thought that Eddie would be there for him in the hospital, and according to Moose, Eddie never showed up. Never texted him, never called him. Moose returned to Impact, aligned himself with Killer Cross and then champion Aries. Turned his back on Eddie, and now Moose, he just threw a fan. Moose just picked up and threw a fan at Eddie Edwards. There's a cheap shot by Moose. The match is on. The fan has no idea what to do, frozen in fear perhaps. And Moose sends Eddie Edwards into the guardrail. I've never seen a fan get thrown into another wrestler. There's the baking sheet held underneath the ring. That baking sheet looks like it's been in battle before. Moose, he's got another sight in mind as he opens up the chest of Eddie Edwards. Eddie and Moose have been in battles. Moose is now just screaming at this fan. When they were friends, they traveled to Japan together to compete. Big time pump kick there from Moose. When Eddie Edwards won the first, when Eddie Edwards became the first ever foreigner to win the GHC Heavyweight Championship, and this has just gotten uncomfortable. The GHC Heavyweight Championship, the richest prize in Pro Wrestling Noah in Japan. Moose was there when Eddie won that title. They celebrated. Went out and had steaks in Japan. And now Moose with the sprint around the ring, and now the fan is going up to Moose. Oh! You heard Moose screaming, "Get out of my way." Eddie Edwards is back up, and he had the baking sheet. Bends that into half off the skull of Moose. And double clothesline. This is how you get interactive, folks. Truly have seen it all here tonight. And there is the crutch that we saw earlier, used by Tommy Dreamer, and Eddie just broke it. So whoever needs that crutch to get home, well, they're going to have to rely on a friend. Didn't think this was going to be a wrestling match between these two. Knew it was going to be a battle, billed as a street fight. Ooh. That's why the referee letting them go on the outside. No rules in a street fight. Pinfall or submission. Typically falls count anywhere. What does Eddie have now? An umbrella? No. Eddie Edwards looking to go Mary Poppins on Moose from the apron with the umbrella. I think it's broken too. I hope it's not raining when we leave. Is that my umbrella? Moose is trying to get to higher ground. Eddie Edwards, he is so look at the fans. The fans are holding the hands, holding the arms of Moose. Oh, you want to know how people feel about you? Come spend a night in Windsor. Might have caved in the chest of Moose. Moose with a handful of the face of Eddie Edwards. Moose, what does he have in mind now? Suplex on the stage, and Moose is feeling the effects of that as well. Neither man will escape unscathed. Moose, he's zipping up that romper nice and tight. Maybe that's why he's got a romper on. Oh, added protection against the chops of Eddie Edwards. Moose's ego has gotten as colorful and as big as that romper that he's wearing tonight. Ego is out of control. Ooh. Recently on Impact at Final Hour, Moose and Eddie Edwards went one-on-one. Got a feeling these two may be going one-on-one for quite some time. Courtney Love? Moose directing traffic. What does he have in mind for Eddie Edwards? Oh, and nope. Thought he was going to send him to the outside. That's what the fans may have wanted, just to get closer to the action. And now Eddie with a dive. Over the top rope, slingshots himself into the body of Moose. Fans are trying to get Eddie to use chairs, and not sure what that hat's going to do, but Eddie's going to wear it anyway. Why not? Eddie has really embodied the spirit of Tommy Dreamer. And now Eddie with the visor of Moose. You saw Dreamer earlier spit beer into the eyes of Scott D'Amore. And remember, it was Tommy Dreamer who gifted Eddie Edwards with the kendo stick. Ooh. And now Moose all over Eddie. Is Eddie trying to cover up, trying to play defense? So hard on your back when you're getting pummeled by somebody like Moose. And Moose knows what it's like in the trenches. NFL offensive lineman for years. Oh, played his college ball not too far from here, upstate New York in Syracuse. Ooh, and a big chop. I believe Syracuse was a part of the Big East when Moose was protecting quarterbacks. And now Moose, this is just disgusting. And this, I'll just lay out. And Eddie Edwards counters. Eddie fires away. Nobody throws chops quite like Eddie Edwards. Eddie off the ropes. Moose intercepts, diving tackle there from Moose. Really needed to stretch, and he might have caught Eddie right in the face. Getting word that we don't have a different vantage point, a camera from the other side to see where Moose hit Eddie, but I'm being told it was right across the chin. Moose is getting more and more toys, more and more weapons from underneath the ring. Garbage can, steel chair, another steel chair. What does Moose have in mind for Eddie? What does Eddie have? A staple gun? How did he get it from? I don't think the referee gave it to him. Moose has 4 chairs, now 5 chairs, and a garbage can. There may be a 6th chair. This looks like a crime scene. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chairs, garbage can, staple gun. It's a street fight. Notice that Moose is wearing gym shoes Not his typical wrestling attire for a match like this. Eddie Edwards, he's been wrestling in jeans and a t-shirt for months. Moose is looking for the suplex. Eddie tries to sprawl and hook. Moose, he's got Eddie Edwards. Looking again for this suplex into the garbage can. Eddie counters. Eddie lands on his feet. Moose goes low. Moose now, will he go front face? No, Eddie counters and Eddie with a suplex through the garbage can. Moose is in a bad way. Wow. Steel chair to the stomach. In the back. Eddie Edwards swinging like he's at Fenway in Boston. And Eddie Edwards, oh, Moose counters with a big boot. Eddie throws the chair to the head of Moose. There's chairs all over the place. Eddie Edwards looking for a top rope hurricane run next on Moose. Eddie with the cover, hooks the leg, tight cover and a kick out from Moose. The battle rages on. And Eddie's looking like he's having fun here. Probably is having fun. He's a psycho. Here comes Moose. He gets caught. Moose looking for the go to hell on Eddie Edwards. Shoulders down and a near fall. Who is going to win this match? Moose is setting up the chair between the top and middle rope. What does he have in mind? Is he thinking he's going to bounce Eddie's head off of that? Eddie Edwards has no idea what's about to happen. Eddie Edwards is standing, almost standing, gets to his feet. Here comes Moose from the other side. Eddie sidestep. Moose goes shoulder first. Eddie Edwards, blue thunder bomb in the center of the ring. Shoulders down. Eddie with a cover and Moose kicks out at 2. What's it gonna take? Where's Eddie going and what's he looking for? His trusty best friend, Kenny. Kenny, who's never let him down. And a staple gun, because why not? A staple gun being introduced. Owen Moose saw that staple gun, reacted by throwing the chair into the face of Eddie Edwards. Credit to referee Brandon Toll for trying to get that staple gun out of the reach of either one of these competitors. It is a street fight, anything goes, but ooh! What does Moose have in store? What does Moose have in mind? What is Moose thinking? What's it going to take to win this match? He's got 4 chairs at his disposal. He's got Eddie Edwards thwarted for the time being. Now 4 chairs set up. There's Kenny. Kenny thrown into the mix. Why not? Here comes Moose. dangerous situation for both men. Moose is looking for a superplex. Eddie's trying to hang on, pounds away at the gigantic back of Moose. And now Eddie, Moose inadvertently kicked the referee. Eddie was looking for that front face suplex. Moose was able to counter, but one foot connected to the referee. And Eddie with a staple gun. Oh my God. A powerbomb through all 4 chairs. We don't have a ref. Moose is down. Eddie Edwards should have won this match. We need a referee. Moose is down. Eddie had the match won. And now Eddie Edwards. He has Kenny in hand. Oh! Well, some things you just can't explain. Eddie doesn't care about winning this match. He just wants to punish Moose. Moose with the low blow. Payback for the staple. Moose with the spear. The no jackhammer needed spear from Moose. Shoulders of Eddie down. We have another official, and Moose has defeated Eddie Edwards at BCW 25.
The winner of the street fight.
Eddie Edwards had the match won. The ref was down. Eddie then hits the ref. Moose takes advantage. No jackhammer needed spear. And Moose picks up the win. And we've got more BCW memorable moments.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Moose Nation, weighing in at 299 pounds, Moose!
What are these, the Moosettes?
He has valets now. Hey, I gotta ask you a question, Don.
Yeah.
But we saw Moose wearing a little while ago.
Yeah.
Would you wear that outfit?
I would, but with no waistband, I would quickly go up to about 400 pounds wearing something like that. Moose pulls it off, though, man. He's a fashion maven.
Well, he's all smiles here tonight. Money Moose being accompanied to the ring by 3
lovely ladies.
Lovely ladies is correct. I mean, this guy's ego is out of control.
He's a stud athlete at 6'5", 275. Quit the NFL because he was tired of it, and then in 2 years became a great pro wrestler.
His opponent, from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 214 pounds, Eddie Edwards!
Eddie Edwards, one of the best technical wrestlers in the world, but also a deeply, deeply damaged individual.
I mean, when you run down the resume of Eddie Edwards, former world champion, 2-time X Division champion, 5-time world tag team champion with Davey Richards. He's got Kenny the Kendo Stick. He was the first ever GHC world champion for Pro Wrestling Noah in Japan. Triple Crown winner. His entire career changed when Sami Callihan hit him in the face with a baseball bat. Went on a downward spiral. But he's embraced this dark side, Don. And then when Moose returned to Impact, after Eddie Edwards challenged Austin Aries for the World Championship, Moose turned his back on his best friend.
Moose is all about Moose. That's how he's been for a long time.
Moose and Eddie Edwards were guests on Impact's live weekly podcast. It's called Press Pass. You can listen now at ImpactWrestling.com. But this isn't a no disqualification. He just kissed Kenny. And here comes Moose. Oh! Don, do you expect the rules to be a little lax in a match like this with so much on the line?
Well, Eddie Edwards is hard to control, Josh.
There's no question about that. And Moose got caught there by Eddie Edwards. You know, Moose was an offensive lineman for so many years. Don, oh, that! Boston knee party from Eddie Edwards. He went early to his signature move, but didn't go for a cover.
Eddie's unorthodox.
Wait. Let's kill her. Let's kill her cross. Let's kill her cross. Kill her cross, and this match is being thrown out. He's choking the life out of him, Don.
Killer Cross with a cross jacket choke.
This was the game plan from the beginning. This was never going to be a match. This is a mugging from Killer Cross and Moose. Moose is going to put away. Oh! Hey! It's Tommy Dreamer! And Dreamer with a kendo stick!
Moose, Cross, you don't know where you are. You see, this is Bound for Glory, and you're in Queens, New York, with some of the sickest hardcore freaks in the world. And we ain't gonna stand for some BS count-out crap. So you guys wanna fight? You gotta fight! Ring the goddamn bell!
And Eddie with the dive! It's a tag team match with the innovator of violence. And here comes Dreamer. This place has exploded. Conda.com presents Bound for Glory.
Well, that was interesting.
And Dreamer back in the ring with Moose.
Yeah, Moose with a significant athletic advantage over Tommy Dreamer, but Tommy is a wily veteran.
Dreamer off the other side, Moose. Shoulder tackle, Sentano. Cross and Eddie are on the floor. We'll stick with what's happening inside the ring. Dreamer!
Look out.
And the dangerous Killer Cross. This is just a brawl.
Watch out now. Oh! Head Norm suplex.
Killer Cross, so dangerous, so wicked and vile. Dreamer and Eddie working together. Remember, it was Tommy Dreamer who gifted Eddie Edwards with the kendo stick.
Great teamwork. At one time, Tommy Dreamer was Eddie Edwards' only friend. And it looks like they're back to that now.
Tommy Dreamer removing the protective padding from ringside. Oh! And it's Dreamer who meets the steel post. You got the feeling, Don, that Cross loves this environment.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow!
There's hardcore, and then there's pure crazy, and that's what Killer Cross is, Josh.
And it was Tommy who moved the padding, and it cost his tag team partner. Eddie Edwards crashed into the concrete floor. Cross with a tie wrapped around the neck of Tommy Dreamer. This has just been a wild brawl.
Look at these headbutts. Right hand, another right hand.
And Moose! And Eddie, wait. Did you see that? That was Jalen Ware from the New York Giants. I believe that Jalen pushed Moose. And Eddie Edwards takes advantage. Eddie Edwards able to capitalize on what transpired at ringside. We have a look at it here. Let's see if we can, the replay of Jalen Ware from the New York Giants pushing Moose down moments ago. We're gonna get that replay for you queued up here, folks. As Killer Cross shuts down Eddie Edwards. Eddie, big time chop to Killer Cross. Oh!
Split his chest open, look at the blood.
No one throws a chop quite like Eddie Edwards. Baseball slide in the corner. Avoids Cross. Eats a back elbow and a step-up kick. Don't wait too long. Top rope Colorado.
Yeah, I was going to say unfamiliar territory for Killer Cross up on the top turnbuckle.
And now Eddie Edwards, big chops into the cover, hooks the leg. There's Moose, and he breaks it up at 2.5. And here comes Dreamer. This match has been chaotic, excuse me. Moose! It's been hard to keep up with the action down.
It really has. No love lost in this one.
And now you've got Moose and Eddie Edwards with the carnage of Dreamer and Cross on the canvas. And here we go. Former best friends. They traveled the world together. Come on! Oh! It didn't phase him down.
No, Eddie Edwards is double top. These are chest-splitting chops that we're seeing here from these two men.
Hook kick! Eddie's still on his feet! Blue Thunder Bomb! What an exchange! Dreamer! Cross!
get the German, Tommy.
Tommy calls for the kendo stick.
And Tommy knows what to do with that. Trust me on this.
Cross catches it.
Look out now. Doomsday Saito. And he looks like he broke Dreamer's neck. Right on the neck, Josh.
But Eddie's able to avoid. Killer Cross. Powerbomb from Moose.
And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better pure athlete than Moose.
Doesn't go for the cover. He's got the kendo stick. Moose misses wildly. A schoolboy and a victory.
Moose got cocky, Josh, and he got caught.
Here are your winners, the team of Eddie Edwards and Tommy Dreamer.
Whoa. Cross has Eddie Edwards. Cross has Eddie Edwards. Moose with a spear.
About cut him in half.
The no jackhammer needed spear from Moose.
And this is where Cross is dangerous, when his prey is wounded. Look at the back on Cross. Look at those twisted tattoos.
No. You can't do this.
Sure he can.
No.
Oh, Jesus!
Enough is enough.
Yeah, you almost get the point here that Cross doesn't really care about win and losses. Cross cares about pain and destruction.
Moose had zero regard for Eddie Edwards.
Look at that face. That is terrifying.
Watch this. Oh my! Spine first, where wood meets steel in the ring. Eddie Edwards has a career, Don. He has to use his body. It's what that was just irresponsible.
Wow is right.
Are you kidding me?
Moose Nation,
Ridiculous.
299 pounds. Moose!
You want to talk about ridiculous? Don, you know what Moose told me earlier today? He's taking $25,000 in cash with him when we go to Las Vegas, when we're there November 11th through the 13th at Sam's Town Casino. Go to samstownlv.com right now. He told me, and I don't even know what this means, he's going to make it rain?
Oh, dear. I'm so cheap I make it hail. The quarters.
His opponent from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 214 pounds, Eddie Edwards!
Eddie Edwards was taken out at Bound for Glory last month. I still cringe every time I think about what was done to the body of Eddie Edwards. Powerbomb on the corner of the ring where steel meets wood. He would return a couple of weeks later. He went after Moose. They battled to the outside. He passionately kissed his wife after the battle. He's on another level.
Yeah, I mean, the Eddie Edwards, I've said it before, the Eddie we all knew and loved is gone. He doesn't exist anymore. And this is a fast start. Tope, Eddie is not wasting any time going right after his former best friend Moose.
Think about the places where we've seen these two battle. On Impact, almost weekly. We've seen them battle on One Night Onlys. We've seen them battle on Twitch. If you haven't seen that, you've got it down. You've got to watch our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Impact Wrestling. It's Impact 24/7.
Another dive by Eddie onto Moose. And I'll say this, Moose has the athletic advantage in almost every match he's in, but Eddie Edwards is unpredictable, he's tough, and he is a veteran, experienced wrestler, Josh. Former world champion in Japan, former world champion right here in Impact Wrestling.
And calculated chaos.
And a third dive on Moose. And this is a fast start that Moose obviously wasn't prepared for.
Moose into the guardrail. And if you're wondering where Moose's running partner is tonight, Killer Cross, he's preparing for a world championship match against Johnny Impact later tonight at final hour as the clock continues to tick towards our main event. Look at this! A bucket of beers?
That's how Eddie does it down in Boston.
Eddie Edwards, one of the top sellers right now on Shop Impact is that Eddie Edwards shirt that he's wearing right now. Very Boston inspired, and he just kicked the bucket. Go to shopimpact.com right now if you want to get the same shirt that Eddie's wearing. I promise it won't make you insane like Eddie is. But he doesn't think he's insane, Dom.
He thinks he's fine.
Oh, and Moose.
Yeah, great counter there by Moose. Smart wrestling.
Moose was in a lot of trouble, and he's turned it around quickly.
Wow, right in the mouth. Huge drop kick by Moose, who at 6'5" and 275 is a stud athlete, unlike any in pro wrestling right now, in my opinion.
And it's very slick out there ringside right now. You know, Don, I'm hearing the referee scream, I got to start this match. I don't think we've heard an opening bell.
No, and here's the thing about what Moose said about Eddie Edwards, that he had to do this. I agree with that because Eddie's not a guy who's ever going to let this go. You basically involved his wife.
Whoa,
oh, wow. Now that I have never seen before.
Behind the apron there, that's just steel. That's just a steel pole.
That's right, that's all that is. And Eddie took it right in the chin. But as I was saying before, Eddie Edwards is the guy that's never going to let it go. He's never going to stop hunting you. So Moose has to finish it. He has no choice. Otherwise, his life will be a living hell.
And now Moose wants a bucket.
Can we get one of those? Oh my God, what a chop!
And Moose fires right back. Moose with the bucket on the head of Eddie and a big boot.
Moose without Killer Cross out here tonight, who obviously has a huge world title match. So we'll see whether Moose can put his former friend down.
And these rabid fans in New York City, they want to see another bucket from Moose. And Moose is going to send Eddie into the ring. Will Moose join him? He does. And this match is now officially underway. I mean, we're doing marketing plugs. Things are happening. And the bell never rang. The match was never official. They're now in the ring for the first time.
Yeah, and now Moose tearing at the eyes and the nose of Eddie Edwards.
So it's not a no disqualification match, but we've already seen weapons and buckets and all sorts of things.
I think everyone here at Impact Wrestling understands that this feud needs to come to some sort of a conclusion because it is literally spilling out into the rest of the locker room.
Eddie's down right now. Moose is in control. And these two should be celebrating their friendship. They should be celebrating the fact that both of them are living their dreams as professional wrestlers on Impact Wrestling, and the rivalry is certainly broken down.
These guys have been up and down the roads together. They've been all over the world.
They were both a part of BCW's 25th anniversary. You can see that on Global Wrestling Network when it premieres next Friday, November 16th. A special night for everyone involved in the 25th anniversary of BCW in Windsor. But right now, it's all about Eddie Edwards and Moose here at final hour.
Moose should not leave Eddie. Stay on him.
Ooh. Moose!
There's that athleticism we talked about. Standing drop kick, man standing on the top rope. Guys Moose's size should not be able to do that, but he's a freak.
You think it's only a matter of time, Don, before Moose is world champion?
Physically, yes. Mentally, we'll see. Moose loses focus. He likes to spend money, likes to drive his Bentley, likes to be around all the ladies, likes to stay out late. That's not what world champions do, Josh.
And look at this.
Unless you're Ric Flair, of course, in which case then you do all of that.
Of course, there's a Hurricane Rana by Eddie Edwards as he found a way to get out of the move. Overhead belly to belly. Wow.
We've said it before, Eddie Edwards is not a good, he's a great wrestler when he wants to be.
Eddie Edwards goes overhead belly to belly suplex on the floor. As we take another look at it, that was outstanding. The referee beginning to count after he checks to make sure both men are still able to continue. Moose can certainly go.
Oh, might have hyperextended that knee.
Look at this.
Eddie's got him trapped. Moose has nowhere to go.
Oh!
Shoulder and neck first into the steel ring post. Goes Moose.
Oh! Just used the ring magnet and smacked it off the back of Moose, and that's a great souvenir for a fan here in New York City.
I was planning on selling those later. And now Eddie Edwards appears to have Moose where he wants him. Wow, big chop.
You never know what's going through the mind of Eddie Edwards, especially in this day and age. Looking for a little blue thunder bomb.
Nailed it.
Shoulders down. Moose is down, and Moose pops out at 2. Who will forget what happened when we were at Bound for Glory down in New York City, where we are right now at the Melrose Ballroom, and Eddie Edwards is getting attacked by Moose and Cross. Out comes Tommy Dreamer to be his partner. Dreamer got a huge ovation.
Oh, absolutely. And Tommy Dreamer has been like a bit of a father figure to Eddie Edwards. Eddie's a little light on friends these days. He tends to burn through them.
And then Moose and Killer Cross took out Dreamer. We haven't seen Tommy since.
Maybe Tiger, double underhook Tiger suplex here.
Is this the best way to avoid, is kind of kick your legs out the way Moose did?
Absolutely.
Eddie got caught. Oh! Eddie trying to get his wits about him as he's got Moose on the top rope. Oh! Eddie's come at different angles in this match.
Eddie's become a very unpredictable wrestler. Is it going to be scientific Eddie? Is it going to be crazy Tommy Dreamer version of Eddie? Look at that. Got a hold of the face and that eye that was injured by Callahan.
Oh! A top rope go to hell from Moose. Tries to turn it over.
And he's out.
And he kicked out at 2. Instinct alone. The top rope go to hell from Moose to Eddie Edwards, and Eddie kicked out.
Incredible intestinal fortitude by Eddie Edwards. But he's in real trouble now as Moose looks to set him up for the no jackhammer needed spear.
Eddie doesn't know what's coming as he gets back to his feet. Turns around, and here comes Moose, and Eddie with a spear. Eddie Edwards, now can he connect? Shoulders down after the Tiger driver, and a kick out.
Great Tiger driver by Eddie Edwards. Did not have his weight distributed to get that 3 count.
Moose had Eddie Edwards in his sight, goes for the spear. Countered, Tiger driver, kick out. Match goes on. Eddie looking for the DDT.
Wow. Huge right hand by Moose.
Moose! Usually follows that up with a senton, but just maybe doesn't have enough left in the tank in this matchup. It's final hour, folks. It's Moose versus Eddie Edwards. Who will pick up the win? Who will survive? Welcome back to Final Hour. Moose one-on-one with Eddie Edwards. Don, the only way to describe this match, grueling and physical.
Oh yeah, it's been personal, Josh.
Everything these two have been through with each other. Moose turned his back on Eddie Edwards, aligned himself with Killer Cross. Took out Eddie Edwards and bound for glory.
Little strong style action here, back and forth with those forearms to the jaw.
It's Eddie's turn.
Yeah, this just makes Eddie more salty. Look at that.
Look at the reaction.
Yeah, he's thinking about it now. This just wakes Eddie Edwards up. Questionable strategy by Moose, and now Eddie wants more, and I'd poke him right in the eye if I were Moose. Don't give him what he wants. Huge chop by Eddie. Moose getting the better of this exchange at 275.
Rocks Eddie back to the buckle.
Kobashi-like rapid-fire chops.
Eddie wants more.
Oh. Moose now backing up. Look out. Wow. And I don't think I was chopped that many times in my entire career, much less in one exchange.
Snarl in the face of Eddie Edwards. Will the chop fest continue?
My God. Oh, he walked into it. He walked into it. And now Eddie looking to load up. Huge uppercut by Moose. Great counter. And an elbow by Eddie.
Both of these men can close separation so quickly.
Oh! Western lariat by Eddie Edwards, both men down.
This is awesome! This is awesome! This is awesome!
And we said this would be a war, this would be personal, this would be nasty, and it's been all of those things.
And it's happening here tonight at Final Hour. Eddie's up to a knee. Moose not far behind. Both men up, and Eddie Edwards connects first. What's Eddie have in mind here, Moose?
Oh, look at the power. Moose catches him.
No, 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 no!
Oh, my God! What the hell was that?
A power bomb on the stage from Moose to Eddie Edwards, and now Eddie's wife Alicia's out here. Eddie's out cold.
She might be collecting an insurance check from the life insurance company. That I have never seen anyone toss like that over the top, and now Moose, who's clearly not above, intimidating Alicia Edwards. He's done it before. What a disgusting piece of human garbage is Moose.
Yeah, basically false imprisonment in Mexico.
She needs to be careful. Moose is a degenerate piece of garbage.
Capable of anything. Luckily, Moose has turned his attention back to Eddie Edwards. Is Eddie starting to stir?
God, This guy is unbelievable. I don't even know if he knows where he is, and instinctively crawling on his hands and his elbows back to the ring to finish the match.
Never die, Eddie Edwards. Mr. Anything is possible.
Fans imploring Eddie Edwards.
But he doesn't know, Don, what's happening behind him.
The Moose is setting him up.
Eddie is crawling and scratching and showing perseverance to get back to his feet. Moose, 20-yard dash.
Too much speed there. Oh, great counter by Eddie. Somehow he got the leg up.
Can Eddie Edwards defeat Moose here tonight? Moose! No jackhammer needed, spear! And Moose has defeated and vanquished Eddie Edwards.
Here is your winner, Moose!
After that powerbomb-like toss over the top, 10 feet landing on the steel ramp, too much for Eddie Edwards to overcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a Falls Count Anywhere match. First, making his way to the ring from Moose Nation, this is Moose.
And watch out from behind! There's Eddie Edwards! The loose cannon is all over Moose!
Moose's betrayal of Eddie Edwards has been among the worst things, the most heinous things I've seen in the business. And here comes Eddie.
And Eddie Edwards is incensed. It's Falls Count Anywhere here at Homecoming. Oh, headbutt. Don, I know that we're all the heroes of our own story, but there's nothing that you can say to justify what Moose has done to Eddie Edwards.
No, it's brutal. He's intimidated Eddie's wife. Ooh. He's tried to have Eddie locked up for 20 years. 3 strikes and you're out in this country. It's been disgusting. Moose is a stud athlete, but he's in a match tonight that isn't necessarily about athletics. It's about a street fight. It's about settling scores, and Eddie is the master at all of those.
So in this match, in Falls Count Anywhere, the advantage lies with Eddie Edwards?
In my opinion, yes.
Here comes Eddie. Takes out no Moose. The big-time offensive lineman. Oh, my God. With reckless abandon, Moose just threw a human being. Eddie may be out. Eddie's up again. Another power bomb.
This is the athletic
There's the cover. Falls Count Anywhere, and Eddie stays alive at 2.
You'll be hard-pressed to find a better athlete anywhere in wrestling than the 6'6", 300-pound Moose, starting offensive lineman in the NFL for some of the top teams in the league for 7 years, picked up wrestling like a prodigy, and now he's here at Homecoming.
Still in shock after those 2 power bombs from Moose to Eddie Edwards. On the outside, into the hardest part of the ring, and now Moose is rearranging the ring steps here. Evil in the mind of Moose tonight.
Oh, no kidding. He's come prepared. He wants to take care of business.
He's got the guardrails, pulling them apart here.
Yeah, those fans better stay back of Moose. He's a sociopath. He has no conscience when it concerns getting what he wants. And now he's got a railing. Picking it up like nothing.
He's smiling right now as Moose. He's enjoying this.
When Moose was in the NFL, it was all about game planning, and Moose clearly came in here tonight with a game plan for Eddie Edwards.
And think about it, it was Eddie Edwards who attacked Moose from behind to get this match started. That game plan backfired.
Absolutely. Oh, no. No, 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 no.
Moose is trying to end the career of Eddie Edwards. Eddie counters. Desperation, perhaps, and Moose sent to the floor.
People forget Eddie Edwards is a great technical wrestler wearing what he wants to be.
Eddie clutches at his lower back as he drives Moose into the guardrail right out here in front of us. Watch one more time as Eddie dives into Moose. This rivalry, Don, each and every time they write a new chapter. They take years off each other's careers. And Moose now into the asylum, into the fans, into the chairs.
And the fans love Eddie. He's one of them. He's got all the same problems they have, Josh, but he just keeps coming. Big chop.
They're going deeper and deeper into the fans here. Eddie! I believe that was a beer can off the skull of Moose. It's getting dark back there. Can hardly see anything.
It's the stairs here going up to the upper decks.
And it seems like Moose is back in control. Hard chop from Eddie.
Oh, God! Scintillating chop by Eddie Edwards. Right hand to the forehead.
And Moose is looking to retreat here.
Yeah, if you're Moose, you don't want to be up there with Eddie Edwards. Moose looks like he's trying to leave.
Eddie Edwards. Oh, boy. Eddie Edwards takes out Moose! From the balcony to the floor. And it's Anarchy rules at Homecoming. Don, is this the kind of violence you expected in this match?
Wow, when Eddie Edwards is motivated like he is tonight, it's exactly what I expected. Right behind us. You're right behind us.
Back inside the ring. Eddie Edwards is in control. Oh, a low blow from Moose. Again, it's legal. No countouts, no disqualifications. False count anywhere.
Oh, Eddie smashing his face and his head on the railing. And now Moose, the ultimate spot picker, the ultimate front runner. He's got a lead, and he's going to run the ball, if you will. But now, what's he got in store for Eddie Edwards? Steel chairs in the ring.
What is Moose capable of? What depths is he willing to go to?
Oh, jeez.
Don, obviously the referee's discretion if he wants to stop this thing, but you got to imagine these competitors told him, don't even think about it.
Good Moose. How many chairs has Moose thrown into the ring?
A half a dozen. Moose continues to fill the ring with hardware. Eddie Edwards is down. Moose can seemingly do whatever he wants right now.
And he's busted open. Eddie is busted open. And Moose, like a shark smelling blood in the water, going right for it. Oh, God!
They were once the best of friends. Look at him now.
Yeah, Moose's athleticism, size, and power has just been too much for Eddie so far.
Moose is going up top.
It's where Moose is dangerous. Look out.
Eddie Edwards sends the steel chair off the skull of the big man.
Moose, who introduced these chairs into the ring. What's it do to you, Don, when you feel and see your own blood starting to pour down your face?
Well, it can have two effects. You can panic or it can motivate you. I have a feeling it'll be the latter with Eddie.
Eddie Edwards, he's got Moose up, looking for a superplex, into the chairs, off the top rope!
Oh my God! Both men hit the steel, but Moose got the worst of it. Eddie bleeding from the nose as well.
Put his own body in harm's way. Who will gain the advantage here after the superplex? Moose is talking trash right now to Eddie Edwards. This is unbelievable.
Yep. This is what Eddie wants. He wants to hurt Moose.
Oh!
Moose right now, I'm wondering what the hell do I have to do to put Eddie Edwards down?
Moose fires away, Eddie Edwards right back.
Oh. Eddie Edwards got some of the hardest chops in the business, and Moose is finding out firsthand.
Moose is gonna take off the glove as they continue to bark at each other.
Oh.
Moose with the pump kick.
Soul-crushing chop. Oh, headbutt by Moose. Headbutt to that busted open face of Eddie Edwards.
Eddie's still on his feet. And Moose!
Oh!
Through the guardrail. And if it were last man standing, perhaps this match would be over. Watch this! Eddie uses Moose's momentum! It was Moose who set that up earlier!
This is awesome! This is awesome! This is awesome! This is awesome!
Eddie Edwards sends his rival back into the ring.
Be the most dangerous Kenny in the wrestling business in the left hand of Eddie Edwards.
The kendo stick gifted to Eddie Edwards by Tommy Dreamer.
Bestowed upon him a passing of the hardcore torch, if you will.
And Eddie is looking to tee off on Moose.
Like a crackback in the NFL going downstairs on Moose. Oh, other leg. That's one way to cut down a 6'6" athlete. Oh.
Chopping away. Wait,
Alicia Edwards. Alicia Edwards. What's she doing here?
Eddie's
trying to stop Eddie.
Oh.
Whoa. Oh my God. She's trying to stop him?
She doesn't want to see her husband do this.
She's going to take it away from him. Oh, great. This is so great.
She's just as crazy as he is.
Of course she is. She's married to Eddie Edwards. What a lovely young lady she is, eh? That's great.
And Eddie Edwards!
Oh, broken over his head.
Looks to put Moose away here at Homecoming and put an end to this rivalry once and for all.
Oh, jeez.
The DDT lands Moose, shoulders down, and he got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Eddie Edwards.
Don, is this the vindication that Eddie Edwards needed?
Well, he's back with his wife in a big way. And he vanquished his former best friend, Moose. What a statement.
Can Eddie Edwards finally move on in his career?
You hear that music, you know who's coming? It's the Madman.
Where did he come from?
Moose jumping Eddie Edwards there.
Well, Scott, these two have had many, many battles, but there was once upon a time where Eddie Edwards did just that to Moose. I believe it happened at Homecoming.
Well, one thing that Moose has shown, he is a fast learner and adapter. Eddie did it to him. He took it and used it right against Eddie.
This is a street fight, folks. Anything goes, no countouts, no disqualifications between Moose and Eddie Edwards. And Eddie is choking the life out of Moose with his jacket.
No. Look at the face of that man. What a madman.
And again, anything goes between Moose and Eddie Edwards here. A long rivalry, former best friends. Now they can't stand the sight of each other.
Boy, Moose is really out of it here.
Moose is draped over Arcade. Eddie got caught in a water bottle. Fans at ringside soaked as we get interactive with everybody. Oh!
Did you hear that?
He may have broken his hand. And now the Madman, Eddie Edwards, can do what he does. He's biting his hand.
Eddie is a total sicko.
I mean, you're talking about, Scott, someone who was once and still can be a world-class wrestler. Who is that? He just threw a ring crew member into Moose.
It's too bad the kid wasn't from Canada. Could have used a foreign object.
He just threw a human being at another human being, and you're over here laughing.
I love it. That kid signed a waiver, right?
I hope so. Eddie is on fire right now. Moose is still trying to shake feeling back into his hand.
You know, Moose goes for that knife edge chop against the pole often, and it seems to maybe have a 50% success rate.
Oh! Look at the face of Eddie. Look at this man. He's a lunatic.
They are fighting far too close to us here, Josh.
Yes. Remember what happened in California? Moose is being bit by. This is disgusting. Why are they over here? Wait for me. And Moose has the eyes of Eddie Edwards. Ah! What's Moose thinking here? Power. No.
Oh, boy.
No. Oh, my God! What is wrong with you?
Putting him right on the edge of the ring, Josh. By far the hardest part of the structure.
And if you look here, you can see that the ring apron is draped a little bit. Let's get a shot of the ring and look at this thing right here. It's just steel. It's steel, and that's where the back of Eddie Edwards went off of seconds ago. One more look at this. Devastating powerbomb from Moose to Eddie Edwards. That just changed the whole trajectory of this match.
And here comes Moose. He's got a cooking sheet.
Oh! And look at this. That speaks volumes.
Oh, boy. I hope that Alicia Edwards wasn't planning on having kids anytime soon.
Moose is going to get a full sprint around. Look at him, he's smiling and he's enjoying this.
Oh, boy. Here. Why are you high-fiving him?
I don't know. Big-time kick from Moose. And the cookie sheet. You know, earlier today when we got here, Scott, they told us, You guys are gonna love the concession area. We have delicious cookies. Moose's face lit up. I thought it was because he liked delicious cookies.
It's because he knew they'd have a baking sheet. Here we go, round 2. Don't you dare high-five him, Josh.
If he puts his hand out, I got it. And,
wow!
He's done.
That just echoed through the building.
He's done. Count to 10. He's done. Look at that sheet. Look at that thing.
That's an industrial strength cooking sheet, and now it's shaped to match Moose's head.
And Eddie is firmly back in control of this match as he tries to straighten out the sheet. Look at his eyes. Look at this man. This is not.
What a sick, demented crowd here in Hazleton.
What a sick, demented Eddie Edwards. Sign him up for the Phillies. He's yelling, I win! When's spring training start?
Now we got a little bit of time still there, Josh.
I'm not a baseball guy. Moose with the book! That's Eddie's book! That's Eddie's book, Anything is Possible. Available now on Amazon. Somebody bought that today. Oh!
I think that fan's entitled to a refund.
I would say so. He ripped the pages out of it. Pump kick by Moose. Somebody else just got kicked in the face. And Moose, oh my God!
What is he doing?
You get the feeling that these two psychopaths are having fun out there.
You'd have to be a sicko to enjoy this.
Eddie has another cooking sheet. How do they keep this stuff under the ring? Oh! Oh! And
it's coming our way.
There's Kenny! There's Kenny!
Oh, boy!
Eddie's beloved! Kenny!
Do you remember, Josh, when Eddie Edwards was a good, clean-cut, technical wrestler?
Yes!
Did buildings rattle like that with cheers and chants then?
No!
Well, they do now for this sick, demented, twisted soul.
What is he gonna do with Kenny Moose? Well, that speaks for itself. Moose with a handful. Oh! Oh!
Boy, first Moose turned on Eddie, and now Kenny has.
Never thought I'd see the day. Moose tells Hazleton what he thinks of them. Told me earlier today that he has a private jet waiting for him to get him out of Hazleton as soon as this match is over.
He's got a steel chair there now, and another.
Oh boy. Eddie's down. Moose with a steel chair. He's yelling at the referee now. This is a street fight. Anything goes. Moose is trying to get that chair in position. Eddie's got a cooking sheet again. Twisted steel.
I don't think Moose knows he has it.
Watch Eddie. Tee off on the back. Let's get the sense that something dangerous is about to happen whenever these two are in the ring. Moose came dressed to compete for a street fight. Eddie, this is how he wrestles now.
Yeah, Eddie doesn't matter. Wrestling match, that's what he wears. Night of the town, that's what he wears.
Baseball slide. What's the champ? Pump kick by Moose. Moose doesn't go for a cover, goes for a mount, and tries to break down the guard of Eddie Edwards.
And he's smartly able to cover up there.
Now a cover, hooks the leg, and a kick out.
Moose barely getting a 1 count.
Again now.
Full mount. Oh, and he's biting him.
This is just strange and sadistic. And imagine, Scott, these two were once best friends. Eddie was going to have his wedding vows renewed so that Moose could be his best man. Alicia Edwards came back at homecoming and she teed off on Moose as well. She might be just as psycho as Eddie is.
She'd have to be. She's still with him.
Yeah, they went through some rocky times. She had Eddie committed to Shady Acres.
Yeah, sadly he got out.
With the help of Raven.
Boy, Moose digging in there and just cutting off the air, choking Eddie there with his big boot.
Scott, you and I were talking earlier today. Moose has gotten so good inside the ring. I think he's finally realized what kind of athlete he truly is.
I think when Moose came up just barely short of becoming our world champion at Slammiversary.
He's talking to you.
I'm his trainer. He wants to impress me.
Ooh, are you impressed?
Well, I've been impressed a lot with Moose the last 6 months. He's really turned it up a notch.
He's also leaned down as well.
Oh, he's in the greatest shape of his life. He's one of the most fit athletes in wrestling.
Ooh.
And he's just a powerhouse.
I have to wonder if the World Championship will soon be around the waist of Moose.
Moose told me earlier today the next opportunity that he gets for the World Championship, that's all he needs.
Oh, and there in the chair! Bounced off the rope and into the head of Moose. Eddie is loose with Kenny.
Well, you talked about baseball season. It's arrived early.
Trying to knock Moose right out of Fenway. That might be good over the Green Monster. Oh, and a low blow for Moose. And again, we remind you, that was in front of the referee, but there are no disqualifications. This is a Philly street fight.
Yeah, that's why Moose can freely do the low blows there. Second time he's went to that well.
Moose is waiting.
Oh, he's setting up for that spear.
The no jackhammer needed spear if he connects. He will beat Eddie Edwards. Moose into the steel chair.
Power up.
Cookie sheet. Eddie looking for the DDT. Is that going to be enough to pick up the win? Hooks the leg and he got him.
Street Fight! Introducing first, from Moose Nation, weighing in at 300 pounds, Moose!
No $1,500 boots. No $10,000 robes tonight, Don. Moose is here, and he's ready for a fight.
I know Moose has been doing some different kind of training, some MMA, working on his strikes, so maybe he's feeling good about a street fight, although I'll say this, Eddie Edwards, the last guy I'd want to find myself in this type of match with.
Yeah, but what a mountain of a man Moose is. You know, he's leaned out so much. This is a guy who played tackle in the NFL at 335 pounds. He's got to be down, and down, scary to say, to about 285.
Announced at 300. I'd have him closer to 293, but regardless, your point's well made. This guy's a stud athlete.
And introducing his opponent from Boston, Massachusetts, Eddie Edwards!
A man who's no stranger to a street fight. Eddie Edwards spent a long, long career as a technical wrestler. A little push along by Sami Callihan has turned him into a madman and made him more dangerous than ever. Crowd loves him, Don.
Yeah, why not? He's just like them.
What do you mean?
Emotionally broken.
So just like us.
Right.
I get the sense that Eddie Edwards is the type of human being that comes into a match like this. He's not worried about getting hurt. He's just excited about all the damage he can do.
No, it really is. I mean, it's like you had a guy who was seen as one of the great technical wrestlers in the world, and now he's seen as one of the great brawlers in the world, and he can still do the technical stuff. He might be one of the most complete wrestlers I've ever seen.
Yeah, Eddie Edwards has one half of the Wolves, one of the most decorated tag teams in wrestling history, a former Impact World Champion, and the only foreigner to hold the global honored crown in Pro Wrestling Noah in Japan. This guy's in the prime of a legendary career.
Eddie, we don't have to do this. I'm sure all these lowlifes here in Hollywood want to see us beat the hell out of each other. But Eddie, we don't have to do this. Relax. I know you remember a couple of weeks ago at Fallout, they made us tag. And as much as I hated to be in that ring with you, I know you make me better.
That's nice.
Hey, I don't need all you idiots all in me. That's the truth. This man makes me better.
Kind of completes him.
And I know that tag match brought a lot of memories, because it brought a lot of memories for me too. Remember Japan? Remember all the fun we had in Japan, Eddie? We don't have to do these, Eddie. We don't have to do this tonight. We don't have to kill each other. We don't have to beat the hell out of each other, Eddie. We can just shake hands and rekindle our brotherhood.
What do you think, Don?
I think I'm about to be sick.
Boy, cowardice is not a good look for a guy who was voted one of the dirtiest players in the National Football League.
Everyone deserves a second chance, Scott.
Yeah, Moose squandered that one too already. What's Eddie gonna do? You alluded to Eddie being mentally unstable. Is he willing to let Moose back in?
Look at the difference in the size of the hands between Moose and Eddie Edwards. This is adorable.
Yeah, notice Eddie not hugging back though.
I feel nauseous.
I think Eddie saw that coming and we're underway. God, those chops of Eddie's are brutal. Some of the heaviest hands.
Suckered him in.
Oh! Big dive! I guess we can cross reconciliation off the list of things that might happen tonight between these two.
Pulling at the nose and the mouth, the eye, classic Eddie.
This crowd loves him.
Of course they do.
Oh, big dive by Eddie Edwards. Don, they've been in the ring, they've been around ringside. This street fight could spill out anywhere. We can head out on Hollywood Boulevard.
If they can arrange to do it on Sunset, you and I could go grab a drink.
Ooh, that's some thinking.
Oh.
Moose is getting more and more resourceful by the day.
Those double XL hands of Moose leaving marks on Eddie Edwards, but this crowd is behind Eddie.
You recall, Don, these two had a street fight at Homecoming back in January that people are still talking about.
Yep.
Eddie diving off the second deck to the floor.
Oh! Rake of the back. They're a force to team at mashup. I mean, what kind of a sick person would put those two together?
Impact management.
No.
I think it's a great call.
I better be careful what I say.
Whoa! Moose out over the guardrail.
Yeah.
If I was the fans, I'd get the hell away from him.
Did you have a little drinkski? Moose is sitting on that. That person.
Moose may just try to run right out of the building.
Eddie with another vicious scratch to the back, shades of Mad Dog Vachon. Ooh. Notice, Scott, that even with all of those strikes by Eddie, Moose still able to stay on his feet. Where's Eddie going now?
Moose trying to get back into the safety of the ringside area.
Oh, no. Oh, no!
Eddie got a little plunder, baby! Oh boy.
Gonna save that for later.
Eddie pretty happy with himself.
Why not? He loves this.
Oh, what is he doing?
Gonna smother him. Finger to the eye by Moose. It's the left eye, or the right eye rather, of Eddie Edwards that Sami Callihan nearly put out of his head just over a year ago. Eddie is sensitive about people going anywhere near the eyes. You can understand why. Almost lost his vision.
Yeah, I was in the ambulance with Eddie that night. That was one of the scariest things I've ever seen. But what a bounce back by him.
That'll break a hand. Oh, good Lord, why?
Wow, with the velocity that Eddie throws those chops, he might have broke his hand.
Yeah. Moose going after it. He's biting it.
They're biting each other's.
Moose now grabbing a hold of that garbage can. Nothing good's gonna come of this, Scott.
Oh. Moose in control here. Dragging Eddie around. Where's he taking him? Oh, boy.
Moose taking a run now.
He's going all the way.
Eddie might be out.
How does Moose absorb that shot with a trash can and come back with one of his own?
It's that NFL training. Huge chop.
You know, the scary thing about Moose is we can lose track of the fact that this guy's still learning. He's getting better and better each day.
Look at the shoulders on Moose. Getting ahead of steam here.
Oh! Runs right into a shot with that trash lid by Eddie.
Oh, nicely done by Moose. Chop block, back of the knee. The NFL, they call that a crackback. I'm sure Moose was involved in a few of those.
I alluded to it earlier. Moose was voted one of the dirtiest players.
Aye.
And he took that moniker with pride.
Eddie trying to shake some feeling back into that left leg. Oy.
Boy, when Moose gets some advantage, he really can turn it up.
Eddie having a hard time. Looks like it's the front of the knee. Moose might have hyperextended it. What's Moose looking for here? Get in the face of the cameraman. Moose with a chair. Moose with another chair. Eddie's still trying to shake some feeling back in that left knee. 3 chairs now.
Yeah, I don't know if Moose realizes that him going under the ring to grab all those weapons is giving Eddie time to recover.
Moose is supremely confident in his ability to inflict damage, and he was right there. Eddie wasn't going anyplace. Oh.
He could tear that knee right apart.
Eddie trying to cover up. Moose in full mount.
Little foot DDT for you. Both these guys, Don, coming in here tonight. Little dinged up, coming off of Unbreakable last night. Moose had a hell of a brawl with Rhino where they brawled around similar to this, but without the lax rules. And Eddie, I mean, had what could have been, could have been a pay-per-view main event against Michael Elgin. What an unbelievable match those two had.
Phenomenal match. Eddie took an incredible amount of punishment against Elgin. Kept coming back. Now here tonight against Moose.
Yeah, you got to wonder if all that punishment he absorbed from Elgin in 20-plus minutes and then coming in here tonight, how much does he have left in the tank?
What Eddie always has and is never in short supply is heart. Having a real hard time getting that knee underneath him.
Oh!
Ugh. Oh, God. Did Moose just vomit? Oh.
Eddie trying to get up despite that bad wheel. Wow. Big top rope Frankensteiner. We saw it last night from the innovator Scott Steiner. Now Eddie with his own version tonight.
Blue Thunderbomb.
Moose barely getting up before the 3.
Eddie did not have his weight distributed properly. Allowed Moose to kick out.
Yeah, I think there's a combination of Eddie's knees in really rough shape, plus he's just taken so much abuse over the last 2 days. Anyone who's not a subscriber to Impact Plus has got to go on there, subscribe, take advantage of that 30 days free.
Yeah.
Check out Unbreakable from last night.
Absolutely.
Also get to check out the 2,000 plus hour library we have uploaded.
Hey, listen, that's how I spent my whole day. I went down to Santa Monica, went to the beach, and watched the Impact Plus app.
I don't know if there's a better combination.
A lot of good Team Canada stuff on there, eh?
Oh, should have its own section.
Is it true you got paid more than the guys in the group but never had to wrestle?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I was the boss.
Less bumps, more money. That's a T-shirt, kid.
Getting people over, buddy.
Yeah. Eddie now with that trash can. Oh, God.
Right to the small of Moose's back. Crowd wants it again. Eddie happy to oblige. What's Eddie going for here? Trying to get a double underhook. Moose powers out. Eddie to the second rope. Oh! Eats that trash can to the head.
What is Moose thinking here? Oh, no.
Oh.
No, no, no! Oh, my goodness. What the hell?
Go to hell. And Eddie's still getting that shoulder up.
Never say die. That's Eddie Edwards for you, baby. Look at that.
That could be a T-shirt.
How the hell did he kick out of that?
You talked about it. The heart, the fight, the moxie, and Eddie Edwards has no end. Moose going back for that chair. Both these men exhausted.
Totally understandable. They've laid it all on the line here tonight. Oh, nasty. Oh.
Pounding those chairs down on top of Eddie.
Yeah. Moose has got Eddie set up. I don't know what he's going for here, Scott. Any idea?
Why is Moose going to the top?
He's insane. Eddie still not able to put weight on that leg.
But somehow still on his feet. What's Eddie got in mind? Oh, is he going to superplex him?
He is. Whoa! Oh my God! Eddie cannot capitalize.
Eddie crawling across finally, getting that hook.
I think Eddie might have had the pin if he'd been able to take advantage earlier.
Yeah, but even despite the delay, how unbelievable is it that Moose was able to kick out at all?
Moose is incredible.
Look at Eddie just pulling himself to his feet on pure heart.
Young man from South Boston has got all the heart in the world. But heart will only get you so far when you're up against a giant who's a 5-star athlete in Moose.
Yeah, Eddie's chopped down many a giants in his career, and I wouldn't count him out here tonight.
Moose now looking to be physically dominant, use his size. might look for that headbutt here. Nope, another chop.
Oh!
There we go, yeah!
I can't believe Eddie's going blow for blow with Moose.
Now that's smart wrestling. I like that. Back and forth.
Oh!
Chop. There's that headbutt I warned you about, Scott.
Eddie might be out on his feet.
Oh! God, what a lariat!
Turns Moose inside out.
Good Lord! That was one of the most devastating clotheslines that I've seen in 30 years in this business.
Yeah, and Eddie back under the ring. What's he looking for? Uh-oh.
Look out.
His real best friend.
Kendall. Or something.
Oh, Eddie and Kenny reunited, and it feels so good. Moose still down on his knees.
What a street fight this has been.
Oh. Moose being a little slick there.
Yeah.
Got the advantage back. Oh, he's setting up for that spear. No jackhammer needed. Oh! Eddie turns it around on Moose.
Oh! Tiger driver!
And somehow Moose gets out.
How the hell did Moose kick out?
Eddie's still holding that knee. How much more can these guys take?
As that knee starts to swell, it'll stiffen up even more, making it a lot harder for Eddie to move around the ring and stay away from Moose, perhaps most importantly. Still got his kendo stick. Moose rolling out of bounds, to use a football analogy. Quick shot, discombobulated Eddie, most importantly causing him to drop the kendo stick.
Yeah, Don, how much more can either of these guys take?
Not much.
They've near killed each other.
Measuring Eddie Edwards.
Can you imagine after all that, this would have ended with a roll-up? Oh! Or a small package!
And after all that, a wrestling move.
Eddie
Won the match.
Unbelievable. Eddie Edwards pulls out all the tricks, from weapons to the dives. Can't believe it. This crowd loves him like they do all over.
Quit. He just keeps moving forward. Eddie Edwards, the heart and soul, the heartbeat of Impact Wrestling.
How many people walk around the gym with a hood on their head back and forth with this song blaring in their ears? It does something to you. It changes you. It makes you just a little different. And that is Eddie Edwards. Listen to the people. They'll take us into our break. Impact on Access TV. Eddie Edwards against Moose.
Yeah, and the crowd has been chanting Eddie the entire break, and Eddie's been letting Moose see it, hear it, and feel it, just like that chop.
Quick reminder that next week it'll be Ace Austin, the #1 contender to Christian Cage's world title, along with Fulton, Brian Myers, Moose, and Morrissey, versus the aforementioned world champion Christian Cage, Impact X Division champion Josh Alexander, Chris Sabin, who will challenge Josh Alexander for that title. I mean, I've been around long enough to read the writing on the wall, but who's going to fill out that team?
You wonder who that name is. But right now, Eddie is wondering what he needs to do, because Eddie tried to start off quick, and then Moose just took right over. Oh, back elbow, nice.
Eddie cut off the distance, fills it in, Moose,
Marafuji.
redirection.
Oh.
Eddie met him. Oh, Moose. Just with a scream, no.
Eddie was going for the signature atomic drop, push in, and go for the double underhook throw, and Moose has got that scouted.
Yeah, Moose would have had none of it.
Moose is, every week, Moose improves, not only in the ring, but attitude-wise. I mean, this man is a total package. He's a 5'2" athlete. He's one of the best athletes I've ever seen. Eddie said, hell with that.
The fighting spirit of Eddie Edwards.
Uh-oh. Machine gun chops there.
You saw Moose try to flex, and Eddie paused and then hit him on the back end.
And now Eddie taking over here. Baseball slide. Oh, low bridge. Eddie's such a thinking wrestler. Moose, look at that. And that's a quick way to take away an offensive weapon. Drape it over that rope and drop down. That could pull a joint right out of a socket.
If that didn't, then that may have. You know, D'Lo, Moose has really stepped up his game. You can really see a difference in him.
Well, Moose he keeps evolving as an in-ring competitor. He keeps evolving as a talent. Moose is a student of the game. Like him, hate him. I don't care for his attitude, but I love his work ethic.
You know, it's kind of frightening to me is that how distracted the rage can be with guys like Moose and W. Morrissey. Their original intentions, remember, Morrissey and Eddie Edwards had long-standing beef. It was Eddie Edwards that ended W. Morrissey's undefeated streak here. It was Eddie Edwards that interjected himself, and Moose took exception, and it's frightening when the rage isn't channeled.
And Moose throws Eddie to the floor. This is a very dangerous situation right now for Eddie Edwards. Oh, into the ring post? No, no. Oh, that could separate his shoulder.
Eddie Edwards, a man on an island, seemingly alone, out here with a tall task ahead of him. Can the heart and soul of Impact fight his way back? We'll find out when we return. Welcome back to Impact on Access TV. You are watching Moose on the move, and Eddie Edwards, just like that, closes in the distance.
Yeah, Eddie was taking a beating for the entire commercial break, but right there, one offensive move, and you can see here during the break, W. Morrissey lines Eddie up, and that is what happened literally during the entire break. Eddie was just getting beat on.
Look at Eddie still pulling himself up. Look at Moose. Moose was huffing and puffing there.
Yeah, Moose could hardly believe it. Oh, Eddie. He's setting up. Usually this is where he goes for the backpack stunner, but it seems like no. I don't think Eddie had the strength to go for it.
What's Eddie Edwards have in mind here? It's a dangerous spot for both wrestlers.
Oh, top rope run.
Moose. Look at Moose, though, would not stay down.
No, Moose created distance between himself and Eddie.
D'Lo, when you're in the locker room and you hear that like tickets go on sale for the big event, right? You find out, all right, it's a 10 o'clock start time for Bound for Glory. What does it do to you?
First of all, you think about what you're doing that night, and then you think about where could I possibly be on the card of Bound for Glory. I need to be there. Right. I need to be on the biggest show of the year with all the eyes. So everyone now is lining up to try to get on to Bound for Glory.
I know I always felt better when I heard that the show was sold out. Because then like my heart would like, kind of slow down a little bit, but then it builds up again when you find out you're on the card. You are on Bound for Glory, and perhaps it would be your moment. Eddie Edwards has known it. Moose has known it. Who's next?
Well, is Eddie trying to make a moment right now? He's going after Moose right now with these chops, but now Moose turns it around.
Man, Moose is getting all of his forearm into that.
And Eddie just says, come on, bring it. No!
Hard, strong style. Who wins?
Oh my goodness! What the?
Wow!
Oh my God!
Tell me what book had that? I asked the question and Eddie Edwards brought you into the plus money and Moose is down.
Eddie was going for the Boston Party and Moose caught into a version of a power bomb, and now from one extreme to the other in literally seconds.
Moose, instead of going for the covers, waiting for Eddie. Everyone in the building knows what's coming next.
Yeah, you see him. He's lining up for the death knell. He's lining up for the spear. And here you see Eddie try to roll away, and Moose just changed sides.
Look at what W. Marcy's doing, though. He knows that if Eddie sees him, that Eddie will turn right around, and that's what he wants.
Oh!
No! Oh! Nailed it! And look at that! Eddie can see Morrissey.
Foot on the rope. Look at that.
Man, oh man, Eddie could do nothing about that.
It's the numbers game. And with W. Morrissey and Moose literally on the same page, man.
Well, you start to remember, Eddie told Sami Callihan, I don't need your help, I don't want your help, but what? Huh?
At some point, you got to start thinking.
Well, Eddie just took out W. Morrissey, and now Eddie has the opportunity here. Can he do
spear!
Out of nowhere! Is that it? It is.
Got him!
Here is your winner, Moose!
I hate to say it, man, but Eddie Edwards says he's a lone wolf. He walks alone. I mean, okay.
Sometimes walking alone ain't good, and look right now, the Wolves are out and they are laying waste. They're picking the carcass of Eddie Edwards. Getting the win wasn't enough. Now they're just going to add in more damage.
Saban, here's Saban being drawn. We talked about the teams coming.
Saban
and just like that, it shows you what kind of guy Chris Saban is.
And Saban going right after both W. Morrissey and Moose. Dragon screw. You've seen him do this before. Dragon screw.
And how about Chris Saban with the opportunity ahead of him with Josh Alexander? He doesn't have to be out here. But to right or wrong, you see an injustice and you correct it.
Well, look at this.
Okay then. If it's good for you, it's good for me as well.
And he's got his cronies out here with him, and this is, the odds are tilting.
Myers and the professionals. Look at this, okay.
Josh Alexander's coming down.
I love it. I love it.
German. Josh with another German here. And Josh is trying to even the playing field. A third German.
Thought maybe Myers would have caught him.
C4 spike. C4 spike.
Shout it.
C4 spike. Here comes Ace Austin and Madman Fulton now.
All born from Ace Austin making a simple request, but Scott D'Amore has a long memory. He does not forget.
Assisted Enzuri there. This is it. Here's the
stall hold.
Wow! Choke slam, boom!
What is this, a New Age Doomsday device? Wow!
Wow, Ace Austin's deadly. Christian Cage, the world's champ is here! The world's champ is here!
Christian Cage, number one contender, Ace Austin. Ace is going to get a taste of Christian Cage, or perhaps Christian Cage will get a taste of the one thing Ace Austin has it. No one else does.
Kill switch! Kill switch! Hit it!
Nailed it on the big man, but he turned his back.
And Ace Austin's taking advantage of the situation, but here comes Eddie Edwards is rolling in.
Look at this.
Working together, Ace Austin is in trouble, and Ace Austin has been thrown out. Christian quick to follow.
Christian Cage onto the floor with Ace Austin. W. Morrissey with a big boot to Eddie Edwards. And now Moose and W. Morrissey. Christian Cage pounds upon the number one contender.
Who's this? That's Alicia.
That's the one person that will stand behind Eddie Edwards. When all is said and done, when you go back home and the phone stops ringing, the one person that's still there is the person that said, I do.
Oh, and she came down swinging Kendra. But what the? What?
Sami Callihan! What took you so long?
He extends the bat. Eddie takes it. Oh, no!
Here we go! And now it's an entirely different scene. Listen to this, please.
Cats and dogs are playing together right now as Eddie Edwards. Has been made.
Works for me.
Just with the clap of a bat, these two are now on the same page.
I think it's safe to say that next week it'll be world champion Christian Cage, X Division champion Josh Alexander, Chris Sabin, Eddie Edwards, and Sami Callihan taking on Ace Austin, Madman Fulton, Brian Myers, Moose, and Morrissey.
Did you ever think on your 2021 wrestling bingo card you'd have Sami Callihan and Eddie Edwards working together? Check that one off.
What a night we have seen here.
Look at this collection of talent in the ring right now. That's one of the most awesome things I've ever seen.
They stand at the ready to defend against any and all. The challenges that lay before us will be the moments that define us. Hashtag Impact on Access TV.
There was a hush, a murmur, and then here, Moose.
Every title has been defended here tonight successfully. This is our main event. Can Moose defend the Impact World title? Or will Eddie Edwards walk out of hashtag Turning Point, the new Impact World Champion? With that question, the answer is all that remains. Let's go to the iconic voice of David Penzer for our main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Impact Plus Turning Point main event of the evening. Full Metal Mayhem for the Impact World Championship scheduled for one fall. When the bell rings, your referee, Brian Hebner. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the challenger to my right. He hails from Boston, Massachusetts. He is Eddie Edwards. His opponent, he represents Moose Nation. He is the defending Impact World Champion. He is Moose.
One fall to a finish. No disqualifications, no countouts around the ring. Steel chairs, tables, ladders, all of it legal and encouraged. This is Full Metal Mayhem. It is for the Impact World Championship. There you see it. Brian Hebner, senior official, assigned this contest. Moose in his first defense of the title that he has spent his entire career chasing. Finally, he has it, but can he hold it?
And look, the bell rang and both men just stare at each other.
Experience.
Don't rush into it. No, I will tell you, as someone who's defended the championship on more than one occasion, it's the hardest title defense is the first one. It's the first time you're out there as the hunted instead of the hunter. It's a whole different mindset.
So what is Moose's mindset?
Right now, Moose is in a different spot. He's never been in this spot. This is the first time he's ever been a world champion to defend it. Right now, he is thinking, I don't want to lose.
Here we go. Years and years. Familiarity breeds contempt.
And just we start right there.
Think of everything that these two have been through, what they've done to each other, to their bodies, to their families. Moose tried to break Eddie Edwards' neck. I mean, there's just so much history.
I mean, I go back to just several weeks ago when Moose took that chair and ran Eddie's face into the chair and then tried to almost decapitate him with the second chair.
Moose is rocked.
Yeah, Moose took a step back.
Dio, what is this? You know each other so well. This is machismo? Is this bravado? Why this start to the match?
Establishing a tone, a tenor of the match. You know what? We know we're going to beat each other up, but I want to hit you as hard as you can. You hit me as hard as you can. Let's see who's got the best stuff. Shoot your shot, young man. Shoot your shot.
But this is what Eddie's made of.
Yes.
This is Eddie Edwards in a nutshell.
But you see, Eddie's kind of rocked the secondary. He's taking a breather.
It's going to take a lot more than that.
Oh!
To make Eddie Edwards step back. Ooh. To make Eddie Edwards quit.
It's like chopping a redwood there. Straight forearm. This is just a measuring contest to see who's got more.
I love Eddie Edwards' toughness, a modern day Fit Finlay, if you will.
And both men are rocked, but neither man giving an inch.
Now, how wise is this so early on in the match to take all of this punishment? These type of matches, they go on and on and on.
Yeah, this wouldn't be my strategy to start off with, knowing how much is around this ring and what can be used against you.
Yeah, you also wore a chest protector.
This is true. Hey, I had a little protection there. Ooh! And right. Oh!
But if this is the tone that these two are setting, imagine where we're going from here.
Snap German and Moose stands right up.
Now these two have hit each other with everything. All of their signature offense.
Oh, God! Oh, God! Did I just see what I thought I saw? I got to see this replay. Look at this. Moose charges Eddie Edwards and gets backdropped to the floor through a table. Wow.
If ever something so heinous can be perfect, that was right there. The back body drop that sent Moose through the table. The table exploded. And now, remember, no disqualifications, no countouts. Eddie knows that as well, and here comes Eddie Edwards.
You know, there's only one rule in this match, that Brian Hebner's gonna end this match with somebody get pinned or someone submitting.
It's all in the hands of El Hijo de Hebner. But what's in the hands of Eddie Edwards is a steel garbage can. And I assume it is going to go over the head of the champion or whatever body part is exposed. The back.
Went straight across the low back, right after getting backdropped to a table.
Look at Eddie Edwards. Look at his rhythmic breathing. It's in his chest.
And calm.
Eddie loves this.
Yes, very calm. Eddie's in his happy zone right now.
Happy place.
His happy place, because he's not overzealous. He's not rushing into it. He's taking his time.
Eddie Edwards slides under the bottom rope as Moose exits on the far side.
Moose created space, but
look at Eddie. Look at Eddie. Look at Eddie.
Eddie's going to cut that space down. Oh! Oh, Eddie's rocked there. Eddie's rocked. Eddie's going right back.
What else did you expect? Do you not know Eddie Edwards? Do you not know what is hanging in the balance for Eddie Edwards to walk back into that locker room to show his boys that title? This is why Eddie Edwards is willing to do things like this.
And look at Moose right here. Look, Eddie would catch the dive on Moose. Moose was caught without knowing what was going on, and Eddie took advantage of it.
I think a lot of people in the locker room would rejoice if Eddie Edwards came back with the Impact World title. It doesn't sit well with people how Moose became the champion. I know it doesn't matter, but it's still a fight.
I will say this: I don't think Eddie would have to wait. I don't think Eddie would have to wait till he got to the back. I think the locker room would come out here and show Eddie their appreciation. So.
Sure, we've seen that before. Of course, the image of Dusty Rhodes being hoisted onto the shoulders of his peers immediately comes to mind. Eddie Edwards has that type of connection with the fans as well as his fellow wrestlers.
And the respect factor is there. And now Eddie has that metal tray, and he is just lining Moose up.
Bounced off his head.
And look at the plunder on the floor, the bent trays. There's a shattered table 4 feet to my left.
It's Full Metal Mayhem.
It's Full Metal Mayhem.
Eddie Edwards now has the champion up. Moose's head is hanging low.
Oh, baseball slide.
Slides to stop the momentum, but got caught.
Oh, no.
Where's he going?
Oh, no.
No. Where's Moose want him? Where does Moose want to put him?
Oh!
Moose looked around for the most egregious thing that he could do. Where can I put him? And he found the ramp. The thud.
There was thought into that. You saw Moose looking around, and launches Eddie onto the ramp, and that just
bounced.
Yes. Human body, obviously, I'm going to state the obvious. I'm Captain Obvious here. The human body is not built for that.
Eddie Edwards might be.
And you see Eddie trying to get feeling by moving his fingers, making sure that everything still works right.
That hasn't worked right for Eddie Edwards' body for about 20 years. But that's what makes Eddie Edwards so special.
And now Moose trying to get his wits about him. He had that tray in his hand, just got rid of it. And he's moving to a chair. That's why.
The choices we make in life.
And we've seen that Moose has been very dangerous with a chair over the last several weeks when it comes to Eddie.
Moose has been very dangerous, period.
This is true. Moose slowing the pace of this match down. Probably one, to set the tone, but two, to recover himself. Eddie is dead weight. He's dead weight. Moose has got to do this. The only way to end this match is pinning him.
Eddie has not moved really since being bounced off of the ramp. And think about it, the ramp has to be reinforced. The amount of weight that comes down the ramp is on a nightly basis.
Now Moose taking control.
It's so slow. Moose went through one earlier. This is going to be tit for tat all night long. It's been that way between these two.
Eddie's sitting
what
down.
Seems like forever.
Eddie's sitting down, making it hard for Moose to get him up. And you see Eddie fighting it every step of the way.
All right, Moose will have to wear him down a little more. Not a problem. Eddie with fight.
Eddie firing back. Eddie will not quit ever. And now, two men slugging out on the apron.
High, up on the neck, on the collarbone.
Oh, wow. Those long legs of Moose connected with that kick.
Great shot. You see the fans have their phones out, taking pictures, documenting their experience here.
Eddie catches the leg. Uh-oh. Oh!
Death Valley driver onto the ring apron by Eddie Edwards onto the champion Moose.
There are certain moves that give you just anxiety when you see it. A Death Valley driver is one, but when you add it to the apron of the ring,
well, here's some anxiety for you again, D.
Here, look at this and watch the way Moose's neck bends. Back spine catches right on the metal support strips of the ring that are underneath the canvas there.
Eddie Edwards, a refreshment from a fan. That's the difference. That's what Eddie has. Eddie has that connection.
Oh, Eddie goes back for a second one.
Hey, now.
That's the refresher. I think that's what Eddie still doesn't have his equilibrium back, but I bet that helped out a lot.
Somebody buy that fan a refresher drink.
Oh. And now Eddie just launched that chair at Moose with no regard at all for Moose's well-being. Oh! And now Moose is hurting. Both guys are. I'm hurting watching this.
Amidst the carnage, the remnants of Full Metal Mayhem. This our main event here. We thank you all, Impact Plus and YouTube Ultimate Insiders out there. You're a special breed. It's not lost on us. So on behalf of everyone here at Impact Wrestling, thank you very much. Thanks to everyone joining us on Fight as well. All around the world, Impact Wrestling is taking off.
Well, I'll tell you right now, hashtag Turning Point is trending number 7.
Oh, turnabout, fair play.
Never mind. That power bomb on the apron. And if you noticed, Eddie Edwards' head struck the bottom rope as well as double whiplash.
Bruce with malintent, eyeing the ring apron again. Instead, the diversion. Moose knew it all along. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. Didn't want to give it away. Moose is one of those guys, the master manipulator.
This is brutal. Look at this. Let's look at this replay again. Moose looks at the apron and then launches Eddie into the table.
And it's so cerebral because you know that if Eddie thought he was going into the apron, he was going to tighten up,
yes.
Right? And Moose took that opportunity to turn and put it into the table, whereas Eddie couldn't protect himself. It's a strange little thing, but it says a lot about Moose's mind.
It's I'm going to inflict as much damage as I can, and I don't want you to prepare for it in any way possible.
Your shot is the one that you cannot see coming.
We went back in time here. Let's look at this powerbomb.
This is the
on
first
the
one.
apron. And did you see Eddie's head bounced off the bottom rope? That's double whiplash.
And now we have double tables.
And double ladders.
One.
And double pain.
Double the paycheck, though, if you are the Impact World Champion. And you have to believe that things like that, Moose understands. It's about ego, yes, but it's also about prestige. It's about pulling up in that nice car. It's about wearing those $600 sneakers that he walks around in.
Yes. I wonder what he's got the exercise going right now. He's building something right now, and I can't even describe this. It's a ladder in a ladder.
It is a Jenga of possibilities. Who knows what runs through the mind of the Impact World Champion.
And Moose is looking around for more plunder. Now he's got a chair in his hands.
Look at Eddie.
Eddie is just trying to fight up and get to his feet.
We've talked about the conversations that Eddie Edwards has had with his family. When is enough enough? When do I stop doing this?
It's the chair necktie. We have seen Moose do this a few times.
Eddie Edwards has a wife. Eddie Edwards has a child. At what point, D-Lo? At what point? I asked this.
You asked it earlier, and it's like, as long as you can fight for a world title, you go.
But just look at Moose's destruction. Look at what Moose is willing to do to keep the Impact World title.
And the thing about it, he's so nonchalant about the way he's inflicting damage on another human being. He shows no remorse. He's like a great white shark swimming before he eats his prey.
I think Moose knows that a win over Eddie Edwards in his first title defense would send a message throughout the wrestling world. There are still whisperers. There are still doubters. Moose is going to shut them up tonight.
I think for Moose's sake and Moose's psyche, how impressive would it be to defend his title against the man who's been his arch
of
enemy
course.
in his first title defense.
The rest of them are, dare I say, easy. Oh, boy.
Oh, man. Oh.
Ooh, that rang through. A moment of reprieve. Eddie Edwards now.
Oh.
Here we go. This is right up Eddie's alley.
Yes. And Eddie with the weapon in his hand. And Moose down on knee. Moose is down.
What does Eddie have? Think about what Eddie's been through. Just in this match alone, nonetheless, his career.
Now, Eddie trying to get Moose up.
Can he?
He's laying him on this ladder. A makeshift table, if you will.
The construct that Moose created.
Yes.
So hoisted by his own petard. Hoisted by, you know what I'm trying to say. Hashtag Turning Point now trending. We thank you all so very much. Number 6 worldwide.
In the world.
Nice.
Wow. Thank you, Impact Faithful. That's all I got to say right there. Trending number 6 on the planet. Now, Eddie climbing up the other side of this ladder. Moose is down prone on the ladder. And Eddie's climbing it. It's just, you can bet he's got full intent.
Moose is going to wait around to find out. Moose is going up the thicker side of the ladder as well. It's going to support Moose's weight.
Now, Eddie's got higher ground right now, but Moose is cutting that down.
Good point. Thumbs in the eyes.
Now Moose has the higher ground. Advantage Moose.
These great shots.
Oh no. Oh no. They're going to come out on top of us. They're coming out on top of us. Oh, what is going on?
Look at Eddie.
Eddie lowering his angle. Thumb to the eyes.
Thumbs in the eyes.
Thumbs to the eyes. Head on the top of the ladder.
Again.
Both men are hurting right now. Neither can really take advantage of the situation. Now Eddie up higher. Uh-oh.
Where's he going to?
No. No. Oh, God!
Sunset flip powerbomb off the ladder. Listen. Look at the twisted metal. One more time,
Let's look at this again, and it's a sunset flip powerbomb. And look at the ladder crumble under the force and pressure.
Look here, look here, look here. Look at Eddie, look at Eddie.
Cover!
Referee's there. No, under a canopy of steel, Moose kicks out.
My goodness. And if you notice, Eddie's leg got tangled up in that ladder as well. Let's get a different angle on this powerbomb off the top of the ladder here. Here it is, and you see Eddie Edwards. Watch Eddie Edwards' leg.
Yeah, good point. Edwards is up.
Edwards,
gingerly.
But you can see the way he's moving. That leg is not 100%. Moose is nowhere near 100%.
With bated breath, the Impact faithful await what is next from the mind of Eddie Edwards.
There's a hush over the crowd. You called it. They're sitting back watching. And where's Eddie's got a steel chain.
That's been prepped. Look at that.
Yeah.
Tape on the end.
And Moose has not really moved in the last minute or so while Eddie's gone out and got the chain.
What's Eddie going to do? Eddie has a plan.
He's wrapping it around the knee.
This is brilliant. This is brilliant.
And the tape.
This will be a knee party with the chain, like a snow tire.
Yeah, if he tapes that on, it's exactly what this is, a snow tread.
He has thought about this.
This is
Eddie
snow
Edwards
tread.
laid awake at night, stared at the ceiling, and said, "What can I do?" And this is what he came up with.
This is it. If Eddie can connect with this knee party.
Here we go.
Here it goes.
A steel chain around the knee. The colonists are rising. The tea is in the harbor. Knee party coming. Independence for all. Let the revolution begin.
Oh, no. Moose catches Eddie.
Moose may have saved his title right there.
Now.
Catch.
Uranagi with force.
Hard. And if that chain is wrapped around the back of the knee there, that couldn't feel too good.
Now Moose is creating distance, but Moose is up. Moose is up. He's in the corner, but he is up. Eddie Edwards is down and in trouble. And
slithering.
Can Moose take advantage of this moment in time right here, right now?
He's got to be looking for spear, right?
Oh, yes, I would have to think so. You go for the kill shot right now. Yes, you can see Moose setting it up.
Here we go, here we go. Oh, great catch there.
Oh,
Eddie Edwards caught him. Right now he's burying the knees. Moose might be out. What a great counter by Eddie Edwards to the spear.
Uh-oh, double underhook here. Another knee strike.
Eddie.
Tiger driver.
Tiger.
Yeah, Tiger driver. Now, Eddie's creating space. Here comes the knee party. Here
Eddie Edwards was able to counter the spear. And now the fans in attendance here, many on their feet. Eddie Edwards waiting. No, Moose again caught him. Bounced him off the ladder. Knee party.
Cover. Got him. Oh, what a sequence there.
Eddie Edwards said he'd pull out all the stops.
Let's take a look at that again. Powerbomb into the ladder. Eddie sprang right up into the knee party. Didn't catch all of it, but got enough for a 2 count.
Back to the live action now here. Eddie Edwards. Chain around his knee. Moose stirs. How much more is left? It tells you exactly how important the Impact World title is across the wrestling landscape.
Look at Eddie right now. Both guys creating distance. The toll that is taken on both their bodies is immeasurable at this moment. This is a match that takes years off your career.
Who's looking? There's a familiar face to Eddie Edwards. Will there be a familiar feeling of that across Eddie's face? We're going to find out as Eddie takes the chain off of his knee. That cannot be comfortable.
No, and it was impeding the
movement. Oh, boy. Hey, look.
Uh-oh.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
This is the battle lines are being drawn right now.
These two warriors with nothing between them but an empty space.
And that space is closing down quickly.
Willing themselves up. The champion, the challenger, turning point.
Moose poised to strike. Eddie at the ready.
This is how everything started here.
It's exactly how it started. Man, mano y mano. You give me your best, I'll give you mine.
Does Moose win a stick swinging battle with Eddie Edwards?
Oh, they're just both going at it. Oh! Both make contact at the same time. Both men are down.
Referee Brian Hebner begins his count. Here is how we got there. D-Lo.
And look at this overhead swing right here. Boom! Catching each other on the head. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! What the hell?
Hang on now. Moose came out and assisted W. Morrissey earlier.
Oh!
Yeah, I can listen. Moose has been making promises to Morrissey the entire time.
Yes.
And I don't want to be, controversial here, but Moose has replaced substances in Morrissey's life because those substances used to make promises to Morrissey and they didn't deliver. This is Morrissey protecting his path to becoming a champion. Moose has said, you will get your shot. This is the only way Morrissey can do it.
Oh, look at this. Morrissey setting up Eddie right now. And Moose with that grin. Spear! And
there's Matt Cardona. Referee is hesitant to count. I mean, this is Brian Hebner.
Matt Cardona makes a save.
As he should. Hebner was the referee when Josh Alexander's wife and kid were in the ring. Hebner's been getting a lot of slack here. He was hesitant to count. And now, Cardona, who had an opportunity ripped away via Morrissey and Moose, now is turning his attention to Morrissey. But that allows Morrissey's attention to turn away from what's going on inside the ring.
And right now, Morrissey, Cardona going at it.
But look back into the ring as these two fight. Eddie Edwards has his eyes fixed.
And now,
Moose referee's back in the ring. Here we go.
And Moose
nailed him. He nailed him with it. Is this it?
Oh, DDT.
Kobashi DDT.
It's cover.
No. Eddie Edwards pulling out all of the stops. What does Eddie need to do?
And right now, what does Moose need to do? Because Eddie is on a roll at the moment. And both men, you can see the wear and tear of this match.
It's worth it.
It's worth it. It's for the World's Championship. You're damn right it's worth it. And now, Eddie almost pulling power from the faithful.
What does Eddie Edwards have in mind? Dips out, stumbles, slumps. The bruises. Look at that.
I'm breaking the fourth wall. I'm looking at Eddie's back.
He's got scissors, dude. He's got scissors.
Scissors, you can't. Eddie Edwards is pointing the scissors to his head.
What's he doing? He's cutting off the. He's cutting the canvas. So there are these like bungee cords that pull the canvas,
hold
nice
the canvas down.
Taut. What is going on?
He's cutting these bungee cords.
I mean, I came up doing ring crew, so did you.
I know, and I know what's underneath those.
So yeah, exactly. This is how you break the ring down, and you reveal. It's really just steel and wood.
And now, I don't want to speculate. I don't want to go in the mind of Eddie Edwards right now, but I got an idea where this is going, and this is not good.
Patient. Whatever Eddie's doing, man, this is, again, he's thought about this.
You know what
this
he's
isn't
doing.
just on a whim.
You know what he's doing. He's going to expose the wood. You know what he's going to do.
Anyone out there that has ever said, oh, the ring is soft, or I could do that, look at what we throw ourselves down on. Look what we go crashing down to night after night. The sacrifices that these men and women are willing to go through for this great sport is it's on display right in front of you.
It's on full display, and right here, this is the most dangerous a ring could be. When the wood is exposed, there is nothing but steel and wood now.
It's so foreign to my eyes to see this. I'm used to seeing it in the setup process, but not during the show.
Not during the event.
It's a fracture. Look at that. That's how hard that is.
And you have to be careful when you're walking on a ring like that, because those boards can shift out the way. Your foot can slide through. You can break an ankle. So this is...
Also, those boards open and close, similar to those kendo sticks.
Yes.
You've done in a ring. Sometimes it bites the canvas. You trip. How about with no canvas over it?
This is as dangerous as it gets right now.
And of course, Eddie's going to the corner. which we know is
the hardest part of the ring.
Eddie Edwards, ladies and gentlemen, has thought this through. He has thought about this moment right here, and the moment is now. Eddie Edwards.
Tiger Driver, no. Moose sits down. Uranagi, no.
Oh, back and forth. Moves that they've hit throughout the night.
And right now,
no disqualification.
Yeah.
Little low.
I'm going to say it. Damn you, Moose. Damn you. Now, Moose sets up Uranagi.
Oh my. Dude, this board didn't even break. Like physics will tell you when a guy goes through a table, that's the force. I mean, the boards didn't break. All the force was absorbed by Eddie Edwards' frame, his body, nothing else. Look at him.
And now, I mean, Moose is up in the corner, and Moose is poised to strike.
I mean, Eddie is going to pull himself up, but this is a mistake. Eddie Edwards, in all of his pride and determination, gave it his all, but it's over. D'Lo Brown, let's take our time and dissect what we've seen, not only in our main event, but throughout this entire night.
Throughout the night, I mean, I've seen some incredible things. I can't take my eyes off the Karn that's in the ring right now. I'd love to see the spear again one more time, just as to put a button on this match and put, here it is right here. Look, Moose lined up Eddie and hit to perfection the spear, and Moose is still your Impact World's champion.
All of the champions have held their ground here in Impact Wrestling, but the challengers continue to bark and bay and howl and nip upon the heels of those that stand atop the mountain. We have a new top dog in the yard, but Moose is still your Impact World Champion. For D'Lo Brown on Matt Striker, we say good night from Turning Point. We'll see you on Access TV.